you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to get us started, and we are underway on Sunday night primetime. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hey, they'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 19, off the play fake. Layman. And the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he takes this one down almost.
Man, the safety got to be alert, bro. You're just sitting there fucking dumb.
Conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Layman. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete. It's Loud McConkey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That's another Chargers. Herbert. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chargers use the early turnover.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
Plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Their own 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
Man, they facing elimination. I need to turn the game on. That shit.
Go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 2. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He need a fumble.
The 30 to the 29-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. 29-yard line. Off play action. Lehman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's second down.
Second and 6. At the Chargers' 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Lehman. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You look at this Eagle defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the Packs.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
To the air again, Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now it's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, we know he has has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at a yard. Looking to throw. Lehman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready? 1-yard line.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun. Lehman. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 29, here's second and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Herbert. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will find his man in the end route, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 11 now. Back to throw. Lehman. He finds his man complete. That's Graves.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Lehman. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Graves. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lehman. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop the throw. The quick slant caught. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
60 Eagles, 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 22. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A run once more with Hampton. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw. Herbert to the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play, but looked like it was in trouble.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lehman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this one finds McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Here's a diving catch right side. Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chargers.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they start some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Herbert going to give to Hampton.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey. Now he's free at the 35.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Lad McConkey, 77 yards. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here at 1st down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers will take over possession here at the 44. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now...
Come on, how you overthrow that?
They have to evaluate whether you keep playing it and let
Garbage.
or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 1 quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Give here to Hampton. He fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and back.
Oh, buddy, you gotta be there, Phillips. You piece of shit.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Lehman. And he finds Escobar, complete. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Lehman. Manning, he hits him in stride. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Lehman. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Lehman. His pass caught at the 4.
The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at third and a few inches. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Eagles are now set up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Lehman. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now a second and 10. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
First down, Los Angeles.
Set. Copy.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now a second and 2. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short yard.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often do things you don't even expect because they figure, what do we have to lose? We're playing the Super Bowl.